Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the girl that you pray, and today we're doing a different type of video. I feel like I actually say that a lot. We're doing a different type of video thing. Anyway, um I've just come out of my brief running, and keeping fit is not an easy thing. If you're slim or petite, just maintain there. Okay, lately I have not been posting. I don't even know if I have fans. I'm just doing this video for me. So even though it gets 10 views, I don't give a it doesn't really matter. So I'm doing this for me. I actually spoke to somebody in my circles, and they told me that they had quit their job. And I was like, damn, why? But then I remembered when I actually quit my job. The year was 2023. And as soon as let me just story time. Okay, so I really understand where she's coming from, being somebody who actually has ever quit her job. And it was a very good paying job. I think it was one of the best jobs I'd ever gotten long term for that period. But I knew my potential, and I knew that I was worth much more. And also I was not happy in the job because I had been doing it for quite some time. So I understand why somebody will quit their job. People will not normally understand, because even when I was quitting, people were like, don't do it. Like, not even one person was like, do it. And I decided to do it because anyway, it was affecting my health. Like, my mental health was completely out. So I decided, like, I have to quit this job and take care of myself for a bit. And I was in that line of work for like 5 years before I decided to quit. So it's not something I just woke up and decided, like, no. So when this person in my circles told me that they're quitting their job, I was like, I wish somebody told me some few things before I made that decision. But she had already done it. So I was like, you know what? She's younger than me. I'm a young girl, by the way, but she's way younger. She's like 3 years younger. And I was like, you know what? When I was your age is when I made that decision to quit. So I completely understand where you are. It's okay. You just do it, because if you don't do it now, you might do it later, and it might be too late to make that decision. And these are the things I would advise anyone who wants to quit their job. But I honestly understand it when somebody says they want to quit their job, because I was in that place before. And as much as it might not make sense to many people, when you say you're quitting your job, people will be like, so what are you gonna do? How will you survive? It's good concern. Yes, I understand it's good concern. Even right now, when she was telling me she's quitting her job, considering the amount of struggles and experiences I've had after quitting, because it's been 2 years. I didn't die. It's been 2 years since I quit. Is it 2 years? Almost 2 years since I quit my job. And I'm still alive. I'm healthy. In fact, I've gained more weight. Like, I am literally okay. My mental health is at par. Like, I am 100%. I took good care of myself. I needed that break. Because when I was quitting, I was like, I'm not quitting to look for a job. I am quitting to just relax. It was that bad. And you see, this person, let's call her my friend, this friend of mine who has quit her job. So this friend of mine, she's in a very good job, by the way. She's like, oh, like, if I was like right now, if you give me that job, okay, I cannot honestly say anything because I really don't know exactly the environment of that job. But then right now, I am very picky when it comes to employment, because your mental health is everything. Your mental health, dude, even though they're paying you millions, and your mental health is like, in the gutter, I'm telling you, it's not going to be worth it, because first of all, you might not even make the correct decisions with that money. You might end up damaging all the relationships you have in your life, and you just damage everything because your mental health is not even okay. You're not even able to control how you react. So, um, like, health comes first, even though what, like, you can say you're staying somewhere because of the money when the environment you're staying in is just damaging your health, mentally, especially the mental. The mental just takes care of every other part of your life. So, when I was quitting, okay, as much as I don't regret the decision of quitting, I don't regret it. Like, even though I was to go back, I will still do the same thing. Even though I was to go back, I'm telling you, I will do the exact same thing I did. And so when I was quitting my job, there was a number of reasons. First of all, yes, they were paying well, but then it ficada a point. I was like, hey, manze, this money is not money. Ido ifiki. Because I was looking at my plans, the plans I had for my future, and where I was, and seeing there was no possibility of anything ever materializing. Like, I wasn't seeing a way. Like, it was just so much. And then to make it worse, the work was so stressful. I had a supervisor who was completely on my neck. Like, I don't normally say these things, but it was just the situation. The work environment it was a good place, yes, but there was no peace in terms of it was a personal thing, honestly. I cannot honestly say that every other employee was experiencing the same thing, but for me, I just felt like I need to, like, transition. And there was no way I was seeing myself staying in that job. There was no way. So what I did was, I quit, and I wish somebody told me that I should have planned earlier. You see, the problem is when you make the decision to quit, it's already too late. You should not want to quit. Like, you should not plan when you start. How can I say this? My point is this: the moment you get a source of income, or any moment whatsoever, you should already be planning on how you're going to move from survival mode. Is that clear? Or should I repeat for the people at the back? By the time you're thinking of quitting, it's too late to plan, because at that time you're thinking, like, it means that something is completely wrong, and now you are rushing. So let's say, for example, you secure a job right now. Of course, you're psyched, you're happy, you're like, damn, and now I got that job. The mistake you make is to be, like, comfortable until to the point where maybe you feel like you now want to leave, or things are becoming hard at work, and then that's when you want to start thinking about quitting. And that's too late. You should start planning on your exit strategy, aka quitting or being fired or whatever. Your exit strategy, whichever way it happens, it could be you being fired, or you quitting, or getting another job, or whatever. You should start planning on your exit strategy the moment you land the job. Don't be comfortable. I will rather, the moment you get the job, plan on how you will exit, have that settled, lay it down on the side, continue doing your job. Even though you managed to be in that job for like 20 years, that's okay. In any case, it's a choice you've made. Like, you're here by choice, not by circumstances. That's the point. I wish somebody told me that. Okay, it's something I knew, but I never did anything about it. I always told myself that I'm not going to be in employment for long. Even though I'm going to be in employment, it's going to be by choice, not by survival and circumstances. A lot of people are in employment because if not, they will not have a way of surviving. And by this I mean, you need to have a business. You can open a business. You can sell something on the side. You can learn a skill on the side that can give you money without having necessarily to rely on like employment, like conventional employment. So basically, if you don't have the way to know this is, let's say you have a job right now, and let's say you are fired. Like, tomorrow is Monday. Your employer just sends you an email, and you're like, see me, they're like, you fired, or just come to my office and I fire you. Like, what will you do? Even though you've saved 1,000,000 shillings, it is not enough. I had savings. In fact, I had investments. I had invested in, like, circles, and the amount of money they pay me is peanuts. So I'm telling you, you need to really think hard when it comes to like this thing of like your exit strategy, because I'm telling you, it's true that people get tired of working. It's very possible. And considering the current situation in Kenya, I don't know about other countries, um, you don't really want to wait to be tired uh, about your job, or to have problems in your job and you want to leave so that you can now start planning on how you're going to, how you're going to survive after leaving. So I wish somebody told me that. Just plan yourself. If you already seeing yourself like the moment when things are best, like everything is good, you just found the best working environment. That's the time to start planning on how you're going to exit. Even though you're never going to exit, you need to have a plan B. Like you need to have something that you need to get out of survival mode. Because you see, when you quit your job, or even when you're fired, or when you don't have that job anymore, and maybe you had started two businesses, maybe one is running a beauty shop and another one is like running a salon or a car wash or whatever it is, provided it's giving you regular income. Hata kama inakuletea 10 Gs per month, like it doesn't matter. You can grow it from there, but it has to be sustainable from the moment you end that job. You have to see the income coming. It has to be regular before you even quit. You see, that's something I wish somebody told me. I have had savings. The mistake I made was, okay, I was so completely mentally unstable at the moment. Like all I wanted was rest and a break. I wasn't even able to like think straight and make sound decision. All I wanted, like I had been in a place where I had craved so, like I felt like I had starved myself of so many things in the name of saving and in the name of like dedicating my time to this work. I had no work-life balance. That was the problem. Work-life balance. So by the time I was quitting, all the money I had saved was for enjoyment. Enjoyment. And there was no sources of income that I had. Like there was no regular income other than, okay, there was, but it wasn't sustainable. That was a mistake. Another thing I was told, I wish somebody told me before I quit, like you will lose a lot of people in your life. Like that's when you will know that's when you know that you're on your own. I tell you, I kid you not. If you have one person in your life supporting you after you quit, just 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 thank them. Like just hold them close and always be there for them. Because at this moment, everybody is struggling. I cannot honestly say people are bad. I understand it's a difficult time. People have responsibilities. People are like there's so much going on. People have things to do with their money. So if somebody's going out of their way to like see that you are taken care of, dude, that is your person. Like that is like more than family. I can even call it that is like your bloodline. Even though they're not, you need to really appreciate that person because it's not easy. It's not easy. So this is the time when you will know that your life is your responsibility. And rather than you wait to find that out, I would just rather you plan yourself well and don't expect anything from anyone, because you'll get disappointed and you'll regret it. And probably if you're in a bad mental health, you might go even deeper into being in a worse state mentally. So you need to like be mentally prepared that as much as you're quitting your job, nobody has your back. Like you need to have that mindset. Like don't expect much from people. Like don't expect anybody to hold you as their responsibility. Like you're a grown up, provided you passed 18, dude, and you quit your job, like people won't understand. Like, so you quit your job so that you can rely on my income. Like, does that make sense? No. So you need to be prepared. You need to plan yourself well. Then again, of course, there are changes that will happen. Your lifestyle is not going to be the same too, unless you already have a source of income that can sustain your lifestyle. If you're living in like a 3-bedroom house and you're living alone when you had your job, I don't even know why you're living in a 3-bedroom, but anyway, let's just use that as an example. You can't expect that after you lose your job, or after you quit your job, the people who can maintain that income. I don't know where they get the money. I don't want to get into issues like sponsors and stuff like that, but you will have to adjust your lifestyle to suit your current state. And let me tell you one thing. The only things I advocate somebody to quit their job for is, number one, your health. If it is affecting your health, there is nothing there's no excuse that can be acceptable. If it's affecting your health, leave. bro, you'd rather be broke and alive than dead and rich. It doesn't make sense, you know. So if it's affecting your health, please quit. Quit. You'll figure it out from there. Just quit. Or plan, which is why you should plan earlier, because in the case where it's affecting your health, you'll already be prepared to like handle, to like not be in survival mode when you quit your job. So it's not like your job is like you're desperate, you know. Number one, health. Number two, you've got another job. Of course, that's obvious. You can quit so that you can upgrade to another job, yeah. But you need to have the job offer letter already. Don't quit without that. Otherwise, you will tarmac this Nairobi. Tarmac is not easy. Number three, if you're quitting to maybe pursue studies, but then this needs a lot of planning. And in any case, is it possible for you to still work while you're studying? If the answer is yes, then don't quit. Just hang on there. But if you have means on how to survive and cater for your expenses, including the fee and how you will survive, like food, accommodation, transport, and all that, then yeah, you can, so that you can dedicate more time on studies and maybe finish in a shorter period. So currently, I did a lot. Okay, since that period, I've not been idle per se. I've been doing a lot of studying. I've been self-improving. I've learned new skills. I opened a vlog, like I'm doing this. But honestly, if I was in that job, I'll never do this. YouTube, and this has been my long-term goal. Like I've been saying since I was 18, when I was 18, like when I was in campus and stuff, I was like, I always wanted to like do YouTube and stuff, but I never really knew how to do it. And there used to be like a classmate of mine who opened a YouTube channel, and I asked her how she did it, and she never told me. And that's how I just quit. Like I didn't even bother anymore until after I quit. In fact, the first week after quitting my job is when I started YouTube. That's when I realized I can actually research about this thing. Like my mind just opened up like this, like this, things that were not. I'm telling you, quitting a job is not the end of the world. It isn't. It may look like it is, but it's not the end of the world. I have been able to achieve a lot more after I quit my job than when I was in that job. Like I felt like I had been limiting myself for like so many things. Like right now, I was able to travel outside the country. Imagine, without even a job, without even a source of income. Like how? If I was in a job, I would not do that. Like my mind was so structured, like work, home, sleep, work, home, sleep. Even though it was meeting with friends, I will have like a set of friends who I just meet once in a while, and I will never think about doing anything crazy like going outside the country, or like I would always dream about it. I would admire people on social media who are doing it. But for me to actually plan and materialize it, I was so set in my ways. But now I'm more spontaneous. I can decide, you know what? I have X amount of money. It's not much, but I can make it work. I can just go to Tanzania. Like I'm just more creative, more spontaneous, more adventurous per se. With this with these 2 years that I've been away. Okay, in between these 2 years, I've gotten some jobs in there and there. In fact, I've gotten good jobs, but I have right now more than ever. What matters is clear. Like I can, whatever is not aligned with my long-term goals, honestly, I'm not taking it. I'm not doing it for the money or what, because if I was doing it for the money, I would not have quit that job. But right now, things are more clear. Like I know what matters, and I am more in tune with self. You know, like there's a lot of growth that has happened in between. And I cannot only say it is just because I quit my job, but it's a big factor. That was the beginning. Because never would I have thought in my entire life that me, being somebody who's been like independent since I was 18, like mostly independent since I was 18, would just make a drastic decision about leaving my independence like that, and just not, like, it was just so strange. And I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, damn, did I really do that? Like, but now if I look back and I realize like what I did, I'm just grateful, because If I did not do that then I will not be where I am right now. And I'm telling you this, I have more hope in the future than I had when back then, because I was not seeing any way that anything would work. Like, I would not see anything. As much as I had a regular source of income, I was like, okay, fine, I have a regular source of income. I'm not even happy about the job I do. I don't see any growth opportunities. And I've been trying this and this and this and this, and nothing is working. Like, I was literally, but now I'm in tune with myself. I'm happier. Like, I'm literally happier than how I was. And I can say in general that you should give it a shot. If you're thinking about it, what you should do is just plan yourself. You don't need to like be on survival mode. Start now. If you feel like you're tired, or even though you're not tired, just plan. It's better to have two sources of income. Imagine the only thing you'll regret is source of income. Probably you'll miss the people you're working with, but it's not a big impact. You can still meet them outside work. But the source of income is what you'll regret if you're not well planned. That's the only thing I can tell you to do. Plan an exit strategy that involves having a stable source of income other than your job. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you found some valuable insights from this video. Please let me know. And remember, okay, I'm not doing this for the likes, because clearly these days I don't even get likes for some apparent reason. But what you can do, if you did find something valuable that I shared on this video, please just leave a like and comment. And I'll see you in the next. Bye.